built around the theme of, oh, it was kind of built around the theme of Earth Day. So it started off in 2000, but it's evolved. I probably have played it every year around Earth Day at Summit Center, where I play regularly for 23 years now. And anyway, it's evolved, and I've made some more changes in it, and so I thought I'd share it with you. The time is near for major change. What is unfolding seems very strange. Life will be different in many ways. Keep loving through these days. The power is moving to change the planet from what it has been to a new enhancement through transformation of creative power. Our earth will bloom like a springtime flower. Manipulation and pollution, we are late with our solution. What we learn will be revealing as we grow through our healing. The power is moving to change the planet from what it has been to a new enhancement through transformation of creative power. Our earth will bloom like a springtime flower. People hurt and harm each other, though we've been taught love one another. It's time to let each other be and make peace reality. Life is precious, life is fragile. What we have here is very special. Let's prepare to face the unknown as we together improve our home. The power is moving to change the planet from what it has been to a new enhancement through transformation of creative power. Our earth will bloom like a springtime flower.
Love the harmonica.
Yeah, if it didn't have a dead note, I need a new set of harmonicas.
Really enjoyed the performance, liked the melody.
Good. Thank you.
Good.
It's very upbeat, very optimistic, and I really like that about it.
Uh-huh.
I
Had a
needed
good
that. I
feeling.
needed that after this month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good and inspiring message. We work together, we can do this.
That's it.
Good feeling.
I need
Good
to
feeling.
do that. Well, join me on Wednesday for my monthly chat online. You can find it, the login for a Zoom meeting on Wednesday evening here at yeswise.com, where I do my blog. 9 p.m. Wednesday.
John, send me an email with that information so I can send it out to people.
Okay.
Wonderful, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, other comments? Charlie and Libby, you guys are up.
Okay. I wish I
Okay,
could.
here goes nothing, folks.
I wish I could give you a good background for this, but I just sit out here in the living room every morning and work on stuff or try to think of something, and this phrase just popped in my head. Son of a gun, I've been on the run all my life, and it's kind of descriptive, but that's where it came from. 2, 3, 4. Son of a gun, been on the run all my life, pushing and shoving, trying to do what is right. Never seems to get easier, burden never seems to get light. Son of a gun, been on the run all my life. Round and round, no end in sight. Trying to do the best I can, morning, noon, and night. Always moving and grooving, looking for that second sight. Son of a gun, been on the run all my life. There's always a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Keeps me on the move, lets me know where I'm at. But things get all twisted around and the dark overtakes the light. Seems like I've been on the run all my life. Some folks say they will, but they won't. Others say that they'll do it, but they don't. Seems so hard to get things done when I'm always on the run. All my life, been on the run. Was round and round, back and forth, spinning that wheel for all that it's worth. I just want to stand up, act like a man, and I want to go back where it all began. Son of a gun, been on the run all my life. Been pushing and shoving, trying to do what is right. Things never seem to get easier, and the burden never seems to get light. Son of a gun, been on the run all my life. son of a gun. Been on the run all my life. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Well, I really like that a lot.
Thank you.
Can you tell me, Charlie, whether you wrote the words first, the music first, or did it all come out at once?
The phrase popped in my mind, and then I had that little progression. I love a little progression. G, A minor 7, B minor 7, back to A minor 7, back to G. And I fit that in, and that one they both kind of came together at once rather than having a tune or the words. And so I like it better that way when we both kind of come together at once.
Okay, I reason I ask is it just sounds so natural. It just really has a very natural togetherness with the music, the melody, and the lyric. Just sounds very like a hand in a glove, you know.
It was just free thoughts coming into my head. No explanation.
Yeah.
And I thought it ended up sounding pretty good. And Libby liked it, and she
Yeah,
she doesn't.
and
She
I
doesn't
don't
like
like all
it.
of his songs particularly, but I like this one.
She makes that real clear too. By the way, I might add.
Yeah, it had a nice, I don't know, kind of whimsical tone to it.
Yeah, that's it.
I was wondering if you could put the chorus or the bridge or whatever it's called, Round and Round, if you could put that in after the second verse.
I was going to
Well,
suggest the
I
same
think
thing.
You came to mind. At first, I didn't have a chorus at all, and you always talk about bridges and choruses, and so I put that in there for you actually.
We'll put it in
I
there twice,
really-
just like you said. That would be great.
Yeah, Charlie's definition of chorus is different from other people's definition of chorus.
Well,
Yeah.
that's separate. That's with different chords.
Well, originally a chorus really meant backup singers, like a whole choir or something. But in hymn singing of the Middle Ages and Renaissance and so on, right?
Yeah, that's another thing. I could just hear Libby singing harmony, but
Well, she
see,
won't. My backup singer can't play.
yeah,
She
the
says
problem
and
is,
sing.
yeah, I can either watch my instructions over here play or I can sing, but I have great difficulty doing both.
It's that chewing
So
and
maybe we'll work on doing something where I can
It's
do
that,
that because I
walking and chewing gum at the same time. But when they're kind of fresh like this, she hadn't had a chance to go over it very much. And
yeah, if we get it under our belt a little better, maybe I can.
A very, very well written song, Charlie.
thank you very much. I do
And it
appreciate it.
expresses something that is common to at least some of us, like myself.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
Y'all talking about busy the things y'all did, and I wasn't talking about the law, although I guess the law could be applied there too. Been on the run from the law all my life. I haven't been in trouble. It's just been doing things for everybody else. And
Right. Always got something to do and a hurry to do it. Yeah.
Libby's the world's worst about she won't say no. Come help at the church, come cook, come
Yeah,
clean up.
I
Fine.
tend to prioritize for others.
I don't do that. I'm too old for that. It's Charlie first now, which always has been actually. Right?
There's a song in there somewhere, you know.
Charlie, I like the way you brought the first verse back at the end. Really wrapped it up nicely.
Usually the first verse kind of sets the tone, and I like to do that on a lot of stuff. To come back and sing that first verse, it kind of set the tone and end it like that. So I don't know. It's just a
Yeah,
quirk of mine. Yes, I don't know.
worked.
I do appreciate y'all's nice remarks.
Very nice.
And the thing I like about this group, as opposed to the other similar groups that we participate in, you have constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that.
I mean, it's not that the other people. There's nothing from the other
Yeah,
groups.
there's usually no feedback.
Just
a
next
little
song.
clapping and
Next
that's
song,
it.
next song, next
Whereas
song.
y'all's is helpful.
Yeah.
This, our time with you is very helpful.
Yeah,
We
we've done
appreciate
that since day one.
All right.
We always talk about it.
group that we participate in to kind of do some of that. Whoa, they were scared of that. They didn't want to hear anybody say your song could be improved. Nobody wanted to hear.
Well, everybody's defensive, honestly.
So it's just a performance, basically.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Whereas to me, this should be, as this time is, a learning experience.
Yeah.
And a suggestion,
Yeah.
like I took your suggestion about the chorus, but exactly, to put a chorus in there, because I didn't
does-
want to hear.
That I'm not sure if it's a chorus or a bridge or whatever it is, but it gives you relief. You know,
Right.
it's a really nice it's a really nice pattern. But you know, if you do it just constantly to the end, it becomes boring. And then you have that nice little relief in there, and then it's kind of like it makes you want to come back to that first verse again.
What we got.
Well, we can keep going because David's running a little late.
Oh.
Well, I
I'm
think
actually-
in some we're saying we liked it.
Yeah.
Glad you did. Glad you did. I helped him. He gave me a choice of this song or another song that I did not care for as much, and so I'm glad we chose this one.
Well, good.
All of them was good too. Going back to Memphis.
What's the next one?
Yeah, does someone have a song that doesn't require the services of Mr. Palomo?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's Mr. Palomo
Yeah.
because he sent me a song he was going to do live, but he's not here yet.
Oh, okay.
That's why I put him third.
Oh, I saw General Lee. I thought it was Don Lee. David Palomo in fine print.
I swear he's done that song before, or some version of that song.
That's when we were working in that book.
Oh, is that when that was?
Yeah,
Okay.
True Fire. And we talked about how Ellis Paul kind of made fun of the demonstrations, or that's what I kind of remember. And he revised it. I remember him saying, I don't know if this is the last version, but he was going to send it to Ellis and see what he thought. But I doubt that he did. It'd be interesting to hear him sing it tonight.
Hey, Michael, would you? I'm not. I don't want to presume that you're going to come on to the Bop Stop on the 17th. But if by chance you did come, would you be at all interested in throwing a harmony and a tambourine on one of my songs?
Sure.
I don't want to.
I don't know.
It's a long drive, so I don't want to like presume that you're going to be just driving all the way up there.
I don't know if you can trust me to stay on the beat.
I can adjust to your beat. I can
Sure,
speed up or
sure,
slow down.
I'd be glad to help out.
All right, yeah, because I'd really like to do a song, but it just requires some harmony in spots, and it would sound about 1,000 times better with a tambourine, as opposed to just me.
Okay, I'll start studying Davy Jones.
It's good. That's right.
Our favorite.
I don't know how many of you watched that TV show on Apple, Ted Lasso, at all.
Yeah, yeah.
First
But-
couple of seasons.
Talk about the musical soundtrack. Whoever is that does the musical soundtrack for that, they do some really interesting deep dives. And when you said the Monkees, it made me think about it because in the middle of Ted Lasso, all of a sudden comes on the Monkees singing a deep cut from the Monkees, not a hit, sometime in the morning. And of course, as an 11-year-old, I was a huge Monkees fan. I'm perfectly willing to admit it. I thought they had great songs, and I thought they were extremely well done.
They did have great
They-
songs.
I mean,
The Brill Building was
Yeah.
writing the songs for him.
Neil Diamond and Boyce and Hart and Carole King, and they were great. And this song, sometime in the morning, comes in. I looked over at my wife and I said, "That is a deep, deep dive."
Well, Mike Nesmith was a really good songwriter.
Oh yeah,
They wouldn't let him do his own stuff.
he
That's
did a
right.
few of his own stuff, but you're right. He was a pro.
Yeah. Joanne, and that's a terrific song.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a great
He
song.
wrote for Linda Ronstadt.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Mike Nesmith's mother invented
Whiteout.
Whiteout.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming in all the time.
Yeah, and wasn't it Boyce and Hart that wrote most of their songs?
Boyce and Hart wrote a lot of their songs.
Yeah.
But so did Neil Diamond, and
Yeah.
Carole King wrote Pleasant Valley Sunday.
Neil Diamond heard them before he started. He heard them singing one of his songs, and I think he's in his mind. He said, "Well, I can do that good." And
Yeah.
that guy doing, recording some good songs. Good Lord, he blew up.
Yeah, I mean the songs that he did for them, you can tell it's Neil Diamond. It was a little bit me, a little bit you. I mean, it just sounds like a Neil Diamond song from the get go.
Yeah.
But I'm a Believer is a song that a lot of people think was written by the Monkees. No, it was Neil Diamond.
That's the one he heard.
Yeah.
He said, "I can sing it that good." But, that was a good. I watched that show too. I liked it.
My sister was obsessed with that show.
Oh, I'm sure those little girls were.
Yeah, she must be my age. Yeah.
I was a freshman in college, and I bought all the mod clothes, with the shirt with the big, deep, long lapels and the fluffy sleeves and the belt, 6 inches wide around your 2 inches below your waist.
Yeah, it was a weird time to be a teenager because you'd be listening to one hand the Beatles, who were like doing Revolver, and then you'd be listening to the Monkees, and I would see absolutely no difference between the two. They both sounded to me like on an equal level.
Well, I was 20 years old, but I had the mind of a teenager.
Still do. Yeah, in fact, I think, didn't Hendrix open for them once?
He did.
Yeah.
And got booed off the stage because there was a bunch of kids waiting for the Monkees?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, want to see those too. Ron, have I ever done my song about menopause for y'all?
They don't. Next time.
Well, he has. He never kind of killing time.
Oh, you're gonna sing.
Go
Have
ahead.
I
Let's hear it.
This should be interesting.
play it for me? Because I can't,
I usually don't play this far. Somebody else does.
You can just get me going.
All right,
Anyway.
Make sure everybody mutes again.
Oh Lord.
So I wrote this about 30 minutes one night when I was warm and could not get cooled off.
Started it now.
Da, 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 da. I got that red clay in my veins. I got my unique double first name. I got my sweet tea addiction. I know Faulkner didn't really write fiction. It's so hot. What a bummer. Here in the deep, deep south. I tell you, these dog days of summer got me down in the mouth. I'm wanting some watermelon and shade tree, looking for lightning bugs after sunset. Seems like Mother Nature's against me. All those chiggers, stickers, and poison now, damn it! Sweat's streaming down my face. I tell you, these dog days got me dreaming of living in a colder place. Well, now I got my fried okra cooking. I got my homegrown tomato slice. My love tells me I'm so good looking, he doesn't even have to think twice. But it is so hot, baby. Humidity is just out of sight. It's got me wondering if maybe dog day is gonna turn into dog day night. I'm fighting skeeters big as my fist, trying to cool off with my funeral fan. It's been so long since I've been kissed, I'm not even sure I still can. But I would not trade this place, not for a palace of gold. I'll look you straight in the face and swear this heat's gone to my ever-loving soul. Here comes the punchline. So if you want to stay real cool, let me tell you what to do. If there's any way you can, marry an air conditioner repairman. Laws and mercy, what's a girl to do? I feel like somebody's cursed me, help me make it through these dog days blue. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, novel.
Wow, did you write that?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
Love it.
I have one with.
Yeah, the lyrics are wonderful. Performance was great too.
Mm-hmm.
It
Well, you
was.
have to, kind of tongue in cheek and make it comedic.
Yeah, it wouldn't have to be about menopause. It could just be that you're down south and it's hot.
Yeah.
No, but it's not. It's so much better that it is about menopause.
You're
because I tell you, like you got a 55% built-in fan base on that one.
Oh yeah. The ladies always get it. Yeah.
I don't know how many of you know Jim Schaefer, but he wrote a song about menopause from a different perspective called Menopausal Women Are Hot.
Well, he got a point there.
I like that.
When I
He doesn't get a double entendre.
when I was in the old Youngstown Songwriters Club in the late '60s, I was the youngest person in the club, and there was one woman that wrote a song called "I'm Between Menopause and Medicare." I can't remember the words, but that was the lead line in the title of it.
That's a bad place to be, I'm telling you.
Well, what are we waiting for, Dave? Paloma got to get here, or what?
Do you have a class or something?
Yeah, he was teaching and he said he's running a little late.
So we can't do any of the pre-recorded stuff till he gets there with his magic equipment.
Correct.
Well, I can always go down and get my guitar and perform the song. It won't sound quite the same, but I'll be happy to do it if you want to just do something.
Or we can all, take a potty break or something.
Fill our wine glasses.
Well, since we are taking a break, I'm going to run and get something to drink because I'm feeling parched.
Hey, Libby, I noticed your shirt. Are you an Elvis fan?
Am I an Elvis fan? What a question. Yeah, this is from our visit. Right. I mean, I'm from Mississippi. He's from Mississippi. Loved him all my life.
Oh, what happened there?
You see that picture?
Oh, no.
Did we touch anything?
No, I didn't.
Hey.
Oh, look at
All
that.
right.
That's me playing bass.
Did you take?
Really and truly?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can lie to us now. And
Wow. I'm so impressed. I
next
cannot
on-
tell you.
Is that Elvis?
No. No, this is probably 1981,
well, hey.
1982.
I said that didn't look like James Burton on the guitar there.
No.
But
No, I toured with an Elvis impersonator for 3 years, from 80 to 83. It was better than
he's
working
never
for a
gonna
living.
die. He's there. You know who down here? I don't know how y'all are up there about him, but I am just shocked that Leonard Skinner is just has a second life. He just won't stop. They built a big memorial down here
He
south.
won't stop.
Well, the music, they keep playing the music over and over, and some of the songs I like, of course, some of them I did. The plane crash was about 20 miles south down here, Mississippi, when the plane crashed. We've got a full load of them, but they still play their stuff religiously.
There's Palomo.
Here we go.
Now, how did he
David,
get
been
in?
talking
Because
about you. I've been trying to take up.
I opened the waiting room.
Because I rule.
Oh,
I won't be presenting tonight. I wasn't able to set the guitar up.
okay.
Can you present Bill Van Jura's song?
Oh, I'm up.
Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
give me 10? Can you give me 10 minutes? I'm still kind of wigging from where I just was.
Okay.
Yeah, we just been kind of vamping, waiting for you to show up.
Oh, great. We'll continue to vamp.
Yeah, you missed Libby's song.
You missed a good song by her.
Uh-huh.
I want to thank both Don and David for letting me switch out songs today. I hope I didn't cause a lot of hassle for any of you, but because I was working on a song for the last month, and I thought I was done with it or relatively done with it, and I was going to send it in. But after I sent it in, I started rewriting it, and I didn't like at all what I sent in. So I was thinking, I don't know if I really want you to be critiquing this song because it's not the same song I sent in anymore. So thank you for letting me just switch out to something else.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
Plus the fact if I could rework it, it won't come in at 7.5 minutes long.
Yeah, he sent me that, and I said, "Come on, Bill, it's only a 2-hour meeting."
We're glad you switched.
Well, it flies by though, it flies by.
yeah.
You hardly even realize it at 7.5 minutes.
It's better than Alice's Restaurant, I guess.
No, not as good as
Well, I mean, lengthwise.
lengthwise, yeah. But the other song that I sent in was an older song, and it was based the title "Silver Bird" came from a pendant a girl I knew wore around her neck with a silver dove or something clipped to its wings, and that became like the basis for a poem, and then the poem just turned into a song. So I've always kind of liked it. It's just kind of like something that's not. It's kind of out of the ordinary for what I would normally write. So it was a fun experience to write it. So whenever David gets ready for it.
And that was quite some time ago you wrote this.
Yeah, I wrote that around 1980.
I don't know if y'all keep up
Okay,
with
I'm almost there.
Look at
This time I got into, okay. All right, so now I have to share my computer. Share screen, advanced, share computer audio, ding, ding, ding. Okay, if I did this right, and, oh, hey, look at that. What if I can say, wait a minute. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't have headphones yet, so I don't know if it's going to play or not. And I still don't have headphones. Okay, that's not gonna... All right, you'll have to let me know if it doesn't play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I searched for my silver bird, lost in the sky, so far away. I walked away in the night. there she was all alone. A dream had come true. A gentle breeze carried my memories to you. Don't fly away, my dear. Fly away beyond the stars. Don't cry. Try to hold the tears. Night is falling and the wind was only sighing. Don't fly away, my dear. Fly away beyond the stars. Don't cry. Try to hold the tears. Night is falling and the wind was only sighing. And so I moved close to see if she was the same. I startled her and made her fly away, silhouetted against the moon. I thought it might be, my silver bird, please come back to me.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Great.
Thanks.
I really
Just you doing the backup too?
Yeah.
That's some great vocals, that's a great melody, great tune.
Thank
Very
you.
much
Yeah,
a Roy Orbison.
Yeah, that little
Reminded me. Yeah.
falsetto, whatever.
I didn't think of Roy, but that'd be awesome. Yeah.
I was waiting for the cha-cha-cha at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, did you notice the chord at the end is very reminiscent of the early Beatles? It always end with that chord, that off chord. That
Yeah.
you know.
Like a major seventh.
Yeah, I like. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
That guitar break was really sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that a nylon string guitar?
I did the lead on a nylon string guitar. Yeah.
Did you record that back then or more recently?
No, I recorded that more recently. You know, it's one of those things where before you could do this, you'd write this stuff and it'd all be in your head. Like it always sounded like that in my head. But when you play it, all you got is your guitar and your voice, and no one can hear all the harmony and the lead guitar and all the other stuff. So it's kind of liberating to be able to do it the way you hear it. So.
Yeah, the time did go by fast. It doesn't seem like 7.5 minutes.
No,
I don't think that was
that
the
wasn't
one.
the song. Believe me, if I'd have played that song, you would have been well aware of the time.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the music used to make me smile.
Yeah, that's 7.5 minutes.
I remember when we had one of the classes that David was leading. I think it was an Ellis Paul thing, and right at the beginning they said, what are the fundamental things you should have in your music room? And people are going, oh, a guitar, a pad, a pen. My contribution was a stopwatch.
Stopwatch, yeah.
I believe my contribution was toilet paper.
Oh, your song's not that bad, David.
You ain't heard the new one.
Yeah, but during the pandemic, that was hard to get.
Yeah.
You could get $20 a roll for that.
If I could have sold it for that price, I could use dollar bills for the purpose.
Okay, anything else about Bill's fine song?
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome, thank you.
Now, is that the same silver bird that was in Simon and Garfunkel's song?
No, this was a totally different silver bird.
Different one. Okay. That was a West Coast silver bird.
Yeah, this was a Columbus silver bird.
Okay, Mike Urban.
Okay, this is a song that I did at the 10 by 3 a couple of weeks ago. It's called Doesn't Anybody Care?
Hey, I mess around all over town. I'll let you
That's from
down,
last month,
okay.
David.
Nobody's perfect if we can work.
Wrong song.
Wrong song. That was last month. Although I like that song.
But it did sound vaguely familiar. We're hearing nothing, David.
She sits at home and watches the TV. You know she's watched more than her share. There's only one thing that's been bothering she. Doesn't anybody care? Pours herself a drink or two and climbs up and down the stairs. The sort of evening leaves her feeling blue. Doesn't anybody care? She's open for a dream. Ooh, she's had enough of playing tough She wants a guy who'll help her fly away. Outside a window, people passing by act like they don't have a care. She turns the covers and she wonders why. Doesn't anybody care? Ooh, she's hoping for a dream. She's had enough of playing tough. She wants a guy who'll help her fly away. Outside a window, people passing by act like they don't have no care. She turns the covers and she wonders why. Doesn't anybody care? Doesn't anybody care? It doesn't anybody care? Doesn't anybody care? Doesn't anybody care?
Super blues guitar in there.
I wish
Really
Charlie would have
nice.
gotten up and danced with me on that one.
Great T-Bone Walker vibe.
That's a guy named John Bianco.
Oh.
He's a great guitar player.
Mhm.
Nice, real nice. Love it.
Thank
Love
you.
Yeah, it's a great vibe to that song.
I have to admit, I was watching Libby.
Oh, I was
She's-
dancing and singing
she's-
with it. Yeah, I love it.
She's the only chick, so that's all that matters.
God,
The rest of you guys, I don't care what you think.
Good thing he can't punch you across the continent.
well, at least you could tell you were getting a positive reception from me. Yeah.
Yes, that I knew it was a successful song. I could tell.
And the first two lines of your last verse, the phrasing is almost like a Louis Armstrong phrasing. To me.
Wow. Thank you.
Because it got a little dirtier, as far as vocally it did. And that's
Well,
what it
you
reminded me
can't
of.
you can't just repeat the same thing twice
Yeah,
because you have to throw some sort of little hooks in there to keep the listener interested.
At the chord progression, I couldn't tell exactly whether that was the end of the chorus or what, where you did the inversions up, on the chorus. I really love that because talking about flying, that was really great.
Exactly. That's why.
Visually and auditorily, it was great.
You're a good.
Yeah, I have a question about that progression. The very last chord, is that a minor chord you're playing there?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Somebody else.
I know how to finger it. I know how to play it on the fretboard. I suppose I could look up what the chords are, but it just sounds good.
I was just wondering because I thought maybe you might put a different chord there. Just I mean, it sounded good, but I was thinking maybe there should be a major, like a seventh chord there, dominant chord, as the leading into the next. I'd have to listen to it again, I guess.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Listening to that one again would not be a bad thing.
Yeah, that was good.
Great song.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The only thing that I really love the lyrics. The only thing that got me a little bit was the third line. There's only one thing that's been bothering she, and I kind of
Well,
Oh, the grammar factor.
this is the teacher. This is the teacher coming out of me. So it's
well,
ignore it.
teach. I was taught by Lorenz Hart, and when you think of all the Lorenz Hart songs where he did stuff exactly like that,
Yeah.
and it's
that's
like
true.
if it's good enough for him, I'm not going to worry about grammar.
Yeah, as a
You have
former
to
English
balance
teacher,
grammar against rhyming. Yeah, that's a tough call sometimes.
yeah, that grabbed me initially as a former English teacher, but I think it works in this
Yeah,
case.
it works. It does work.
Poetic license.
It works when you're listening to it, but when I'm reading it, I feel like getting my red pen out.
The two teachers in the room.
Right.
Well, rhyming is important. Glenn Campbell once complained that he was hesitant to use, I think it was time and line in the Wichita lineman, that because they weren't exactly the same, time and line, as rhymes.
Hey, Jimmy
He
Webb.
thought he was pushing the envelope, in other words.
Jimmy Webb is playing the Kent stage, I think, on October 15th.
That should be great.
So, I mean, if you want to
Great.
talk about one of the greatest songwriters of all time, that'll be fascinating to hear him performing his tunes.
So you're going, I take it.
Oh, absolutely.
And telling what inspired him to write them, like MacArthur's Park. What the hell brought that on? I don't know. Drugs were involved, I'm sure. Who left the cake out in the rain? I don't know.
Well, that was an actual story. Some girl he used to date married his best friend. That old, and then they had their wedding in MacArthur's Park. No, it was MacArthur Park, but that's another story. When what's his name? Who recorded that?
Richard Harris.
Richard Harris. He kept saying MacArthur's Park, and they couldn't get him to stop saying it. So they just left it.
He was hammered.
Yeah, well, it was MacArthur Park. That's where the wedding was, and it got rained out. And I guess somebody did leave the wedding cake out there, and they all ran for shelter. And but I guess Jimmy Webb got his revenge because his girlfriend married this other guy. So whatever. But I was going to say, if Neil Diamond can sing "Song She Brang to Me," you can sing "Nothing Bothered She."
I once attended these classes where they didn't want you to use like bringing or doing, So I started adding the G on the end of a lot of my words and songs. Like instead of saying doing, I said doing. Proper grammar.
You suddenly sound like Forrest Gump.
Well, if you don't have to go, if you go back to like what's considered classic American songbook, those guys, they abhorred any melisma in their melodies. You go back to those songs and you'll see that there is a different note for every syllable of every word, because they just go back and listen to those songs. They thought that it was a mark of unsophisticated writing if somebody wrote a song and used melisma.
Okay, well, what about
multiple notes in a word?
Hey, our national anthem is the Star Spangled Banner, yeah, at wave.
Yeah, it wasn't written by a guy on Tin Pan Alley. It was an English drinking song.
That's true.
Which songs are you talking about?
You know what they call like the classic American songbook.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Frank Sinatra.
Gershwin, Jimmy Van Heusen,
Cole Porter,
Cole Porter.
Berlin.
You know, they'd even throw in extra nonsense syllables so that they would a lyric on a line of a lyric so that they wouldn't violate that principle.
Interesting.
And
That's
now
my new word for the week. I never heard that word before. Thank you.
and now when you listen to songs popular songs now are almost completely comprised of vocal riffs and tons of melisma, people showing off.
Yeah.
And so that's why I don't think you have melodic songs anymore. People are just riffing vocally, and that comprises the melody of the song. So you've gone from one extreme to the other. And that's why our songs all sound old fashioned.
That's okay.
Well, this singer-songwriter Roger Miller made a science of that. He called it eefing. Some of his songs you hear, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, just to get other syllables in there.
Thanks.
Thank you, Michael.
Well, is that it, Piopolis?
What about David's song?
As I said when I came in, I wasn't able to set up the guitar.
Oh,
I'm gonna pass this month.
okay.
All right.
Well, it was interesting anyway this evening.
As always. All right, you guys. Have a great month. Take care. Be safe. Be well. I'll be in the community garden with the 100 tomato plants.
Bill, let me know when you want me to find out
Okay.
what you'd like me to do on those tunes.
I'll touch base with you later this week. Okay. Well, I'll see you. Is it Wednesday?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll see you Wednesday.
All right.
All right. We'll see you. Bye bye.
Yeah, in our area, Libby, they recommend not planting our plants yet. We might freeze.